Hello fellow Helldivers, Thorn here, and if there's one thing that we like to do as Helldivers, it's look fashionably awesome as we're exterminating the Terminids and automatons. That being said, something that we've been waiting for a very long time is the ability to customize armor along with recolor armor, and if that's ever going to come. And it appears, due to some in-game files and some early looks that we have, that is going to be something they're going to do. But without further ado, let's jump into what this armor will look like and what we know about it. There are some new rumors coming out about new armor customization and recolors. Johan Pilstedt, who was the former CEO did do that Reddit question and answer thread on Discord the other day, and someone actually asked, as a big fan of the black and yellow OG armors, will we get some of the versions with the engineer perk at some point? And he did let us know the team is working on a color mod system, same as vehicle patterns for armors, and we have a first-hand look at a lot of them actually in the game, as you can see here, that have actually been found in the game files and posted on the Discord leak archive. Now this is pretty interesting because it does look like that is something that will be coming in the near future. In fact, it's not just data mine information. In fact, there are a ton of stuff in here that show recolors and different shaders that were actually found in the game themselves. If you enable mods, you can actually go ahead and put them on, but they are in the game files themselves. You can see a couple of the images here, and it's not just the helmets, the body armors also come with it. And this is a lot of work for a dev team to do if they don't plan on implementing it. And there's some really cool color combos. This was one of my personal favorites right here, and would love to see this come to the game. They've already started implementing this a little bit actually. As you can see with the Viper Commando Warbond, they added something called patterns, which gave you your undergrowth shuttle, undergrowth hellpod, and undergrowth exosuit. So it appears that some of our supplies can actually get patterns, but the next up would actually be recolors of coming skins. The question is it going to be part of Warbonds in the future under the title patterns, or are these going to be things that are complimentary put into the game, or something that we actually have to spend super credits to go ahead and do, or just buy brand new ones overall? They've been doing a lot of stuff like this very recently. We've seen the new ship upgrades and customization, so it's very much a key thing in a live service game like this to go ahead and add new ways to progress and new content that the players are going to like. That being said, can we please get the review bomb cape from when the whole PSN fiasco happened, from which I understand is actually still impacting a lot of regions? It'd be really nice to get this added in, and I feel like we kind of forgot about it, but it's definitely there in the game files. Not to mention the cowboy armor. I would love to see this come in as well because, well, it's freaking awesome. It was supposed to be part of a primordial Warbond, but just never got released, and it is very cool to see a lot of different customization for armors. It's just a unique thing to do and really makes our Helldiver feel really personal. There was some data mine information we've gone over before about a full weapon customization system leak, and this is from Mouse TTV actually on Helldivers leaks on the subreddit, and it says weapons can freely change ammunition type, magazine size, internal accessories, muzzle, scope, sling, painting, which once again goes into the armor customization, as it looks like we'll be actually able to put our own skins on weapons, which I think is fantastic. He actually went ahead and put up the full weapon customization, and there's a lot of options there, and I do hope that this comes in as well, giving us the freedom to go ahead and design our own Helldiver however we want him to look or her look, along with having the ability to customize our weaponry, our drop pods, our exosuits. Just gives this game a lot more freedom and breath of fresh air when it comes to really making it feel like you are in this war itself. The monetization systems in a free-to-play game are much easier to just go ahead and throw in, such as Apex Legends or Fortnite. However, because Helldivers 2 is a paid game, it will be interesting to see how they go ahead and actually navigate that, as they've been pretty liberal about the way that they dole out super credits in game where you can just go ahead and find them. At the same time, I don't mind spending a little bit of money for some armor sets that I really like if I go ahead and support a game that's continuing to push out good content. Helldivers 2 has taken an interesting route when it comes to seasonal content. As most of you know, we get war bonds and they do release about once a month, but that wasn't always going to be the case. In fact, Iron Sights, one of the most notable data miners out there, went ahead and let us know that there were certain seasons, in fact one called Seasons of Liberty, and it had different armors and progression systems, as you can see here, which is quite different from the traditional warbond system we had. In fact, there was a post that showed up some images where you could buy some weapons specifically with super credits. There were super sales, there were different armor rarities and recolors. Now obviously this was not the route they decided to go, and that they moved from the seasonal pass to the warbond for cosmetics, but the content as in terms of gameplay mechanics are still planned with a set release date. Along with the new seasons, it does also appear that is going to be a form of ship customization coming into the game. Iron Sights actually said there are multiple ship customization options. Right now it's probably only a dev thing, but it makes sense that eventually we'll be seeing it, especially with clans coming into the game. You can actually go ahead though and see right here that there is a ship customization texture, which allows for the concept of new stuff to come in, especially when that clan stuff drops, because it's been pretty much confirmed right now that there will be a station in orbit around your current planet where you'll be able to actually use certain stratagems, like a nuke that will be coming in the future that will use clan stratagems. There wasn't too much more info Iron Sights could share about it, but it is pretty interesting. It has probably something to do with the tactical nuclear warhead, although at this point it could be scrapped. It was a stratagem that originally was designed to use super credits on. You spend credits and you launch a nuke. That's pretty interesting. We haven't seen a whole lot of pay to win stuff in this game, but it is PvE, so it isn't out of the realm of possibility. Luckily, there's no PvP component where pay to win would be very bad. Now, like I said, platoons and clans, this is something that everyone should pretty much be aware of because this stuff was made very public. It was leaked all over the internet at this point, and it basically is going to be a clan system very akin to what we see in other games. You'll be able to go ahead and orbit planets and use clan stratagems, as Iron Sights let us know, and hopefully when we get this is where the ship customization will actually come in. Now, there is also some other interesting stuff that was talked about. As you can see from this image right here, there are a bunch of armor sets and they have purple, blue, and gold/orange around them, and then one that doesn't have any. This is because apparently armor rarities are very much a thing that we could be seeing coming into the game in the near future. There is even some content that Iron Sights pointed out where you would be able to purchase weapons with super credits as well, outside of the typical war bond situation, because there is a droid helper in the game files that Iron Sights let us know about. The Hellbot has been renamed to Cha Droid Helper. Now, most of us are aware that this is actually going to be a vendor. It's going to be something that sells us items in the store. However, Iron Sights did say there is an audio string that says this Hellbot will stand in for your Helldiver squad mate, meaning that Arrowhead does seem to be working in the future to go ahead and make this a teammate if you get kicked from your lobby so that you can go ahead and have some help. Once again, nothing has been confirmed as actually coming to the game yet. This is probably Arrowhead and Sony testing some things. It is interesting as you can find super credits in game, so it's not the most pay to get the items thing ever. You could just grind it out, which is a system a lot of other games do. I do kind of wonder if the melee weapons will actually come in with that as well. As you can see, Chipper right here in a comment pointed out, I don't think melee weapons will happen. Bayonets were a staple of the first game, and then Iron Sights actually went ahead and showed a texture for an upcoming melee weapon. There were sabers in the first game, and it would be pretty cool to see this actually in a sequel, so I do hope that this also makes it alongside with it, at least with the super credit weapon. So overall, there's a lot to break down and digest with that. Overall, we're just gonna have to wait and see, but I really hope this comes in the near future because I think it could be a very cool addition to the game we all love and know. I mean, at the end of the day, we all want Helldivers to thrive and grow, and for that to happen, we're gonna need more progression systems, more customization, and more enemies to fight. I'm looking at you, Illuminate, so hopefully, as I said, all this comes very near in the future. Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on armor customization/coloring? Do you think it would be a huge addition in terms of progress, and also just more custom variables would make you feel more like, you know, lived in the universe? Also, don't forget to check out this video and this video right here where I cover Helldivers 2 news on the daily with all the data mined information and leaks that I can get my hands on. And until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by. Keep spreading democracy.